guys, and welcome back to the Experiment Comett. Today we'll be talking about finding the will to live happy. So I will start painting for you guys to see what I paint. Now, I don't know if I'm going to go into too much detail as to what I'm painting or what it means. I think I'm going to show you guys what I paint, and then I want you to interpret it. It will be abstract because I don't know if I can do shapes, but maybe I'll do some shapes and see how I feel about it. But I think that painting is a really wonderful way to self-soothe and heal and motivate you and encourage you and to feel accomplished. So love, love, love that I am doing that. Okay, so back to the topic at hand. So the finding the will to live happy. I wanted to do this particular episode because I have noticed that, and I'm just going to say that life is difficult, life is hard, life is challenging. There are so much highs and lows that go on within the day-to-day and within the life. Years and months and days, we experience really happy times in our lives, and then we also experience incredible lows, and it's very hard to, transpose or turn over those bad times in our lives where we don't think that we're going to be able to overturn and to make it positive again. So finding that will to be happy is so incredibly crucial. I know that a lot of the times I have people in my life saying, how are you able to be positive? How are you able to think on the bright side and look for the the rainbow or the silver lining in the situations that you're going through? And I would definitely have to say that most of the time it is a constant, it's a constant kind of push, and it's a constant kind of exercise. Like nothing that you do in life is something that is going to come natural. We all started as babies and we didn't really know where to go, what to do, and which way was the right way. So finding that push, finding that repetition of trying to do something that will make you uplifted. Whenever I have something that I'm going through that's really, really difficult, and I'm stumped or I feel anxiety coming over me, I definitely would have to say that I stop myself immediately and I do a check-in. So I do a self-check-in that's like, okay, how can we make this positive? How can we not be hard on ourselves? How can we not sink low into sadness or depression or negativity? Because if you can stop yourself before you start to turn that way into sadness, you'd be surprised how easy it is to flip the switch and make it more positive. So a lot of the times when I am, and I can't even think of one example right now because I don't want to go too deep into my personal issues because we all have them. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. But a lot of the times when you're sad, when you're depressed, when you feel down and out, and you are having a hard time finding that will to be happy, it's kind of one of those things where you either have to stop immediately and give yourself some kind of positive motivation. I am a firm believer in positive affirmations. I used to talk about that all the time in my previous channel, but I kind of wanted to veer away from that just because I don't want to lose the essence of you need to try, I need to try, and we kind of have to find our own way. But what I do is positive affirmations. I look and I search for books that are going to either encourage me, help me, or just uplift me. I think now, and also I have a disclaimer in most of my videos, but I'm not a licensed therapist, doctor, physicist, or whatever. But I don't do like the doctor, the meds, the pills, or anything like that. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but I kind of find that trying your best and giving it your all internally before you go to that that route, and again, it's not a bad route or anything, it could actually be the perfect way for you to find yourself, but I think that it is important to try. Every time I try, I feel like I get a little bit closer to finding that it's not someone, something, some supplement that I need to depend on. It's more of just being able to try and push through difficult times, being able to try and know that it's okay if you are hurting, it's okay if you fall into sadness or depression, or if you get that far into it, it is possible to come out of it. And I think a lot of people, I think we all kind of feel like sometimes it's impossible to get out of something. But what it is it's not impossible. Nothing is impossible. Anything is possible. Everything is possible. And that's why trying, no matter how much you try, and I want to tell you guys, that's why this channel was made, is because I have tried thousands of times. I mean, that sounds a little bit rambunctious. It sounds a little bit exhausting, but that's the thing. You can try thousands of times and feel as though you're getting nowhere, but it's how you feel. It's how you need to stop and say, you're not getting anywhere. I'm here. I'm right here. I decided to make this channel, and I know that it's reaching people. I know that I'm helping people. I know that I am doing more than I ever did before. And that is something that is finding that will to live happy. And we all can do it. We all have the ability and to continue to be happy. Now, what is happy? I don't really know what happy is for you. I know what happy is for me. And I have a lot of things that make me happy. Making these videos makes me happy. It's not always easy, but it's something that I know it's important and is beneficial to me and to my viewers. But I also want to say that donuts make me happy. The sunrise in the morning makes me happy. There are so many things. Clothes make me happy. Finding a really amazing gourmand perfume makes me happy. There are so many things in my life that I can appreciate. Gratitude is a really wonderful way, and that's a really important one too, is to finding the will to live happy is very much finding a way. Be very aware and present in your life. So finding that gratitude is a big one. I mean, everybody knows that being able to be present and be aware of what you've accomplished, what you have, who's in your life, who you are, that's very important. Very hard thing to do. And if you are going through something really bad or really difficult, I should say, it's an exercise. It's a workout. When you think of those people that have been in a car accident or have been in some kind of injury, broken bones or what have you, pushing yourself out of that wheelchair can sometimes be the most difficult thing to do and the most humbling, painful, excruciatingly hard thing to do. But when you push yourself out of that wheelchair and you take that first step, you have to acknowledge it. You have to literally stop and say, I did it. I did it. Because one of the things that I'm noticing in my current life is that I'm making all of this progress, but I'm not acknowledging it. I'm not savoring the fact that I've overcome things. And I also had a saying about having tiny wins. And those little tiny wins add up and they accumulate to making something really big. And that's something to be happy about. And I'm happy about the fact that I've been in a car accident, and I would have to say it was very traumatic, and my car was scrunched into like a soda can, and I couldn't really hear out of my ear because of the shock, but I climbed out of the window, and there was glass everywhere, and I remember thinking to myself, like, I survived. I literally survived. I am so grateful and so overjoyed that I am alive. I'm okay. I had some cuts, some bruises. I was a little disoriented, but I would have to tell you, I would have to say that there are so many people that don't really acknowledge and don't really even see how amazing their life is, and how happy your life is, even though you don't see, or even though you might see other people living a life that's unmarked by any kind of trauma, which is not true. A lot of people just hide it, mask it. You would never know. But life is something that is incredibly enjoyable if you can just not ruminate and not focus on the negative and more on the positive. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope that you stay tuned to more of my commentary, and please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.